Hey, what is up, you guys? It is Nita with Woodworks. Today we're talking about mixing resin. No? Okay. Alright, today we're talking about mixing resin and measuring resin and what are the steps that you need to take as a beginner to make sure that you're not wasting money and materials in your time. So, here's a couple of tips that I've learned along the way in creating like beautiful works of art. It all boils down to mixing my resin. So let's get into it. All right, so I really wanted to make this video because mixing resin is one of the most important parts of your job in doing resin. So in here I have my 2 parts of resin. This could be a common sense video for a lot of people, but for beginners I'm just gonna go through this with you. So when you have your resin, you have 2 parts and they're both clear. When you bring them together, they get cloudy once you start mixing. Okay? So you're gonna wanna pay attention to a few things when you are mixing your resin and measuring your resin and getting ready to do resin work. Number 1, how are you supposed to measure your resin? Is it supposed to be measured by weight or by volume? The resins I use are measured by volume. I don't like measuring by weight just because it's super confusing to me, and just all the resins have been by volume, meaning a graduated mixing cylinder or mixing cups, whatever the case may be. Your second thing is it a 1-to-1 ratio or a 2-to-1 ratio? This is going to determine, like, most of the casting resins that I've ever used are either 2 parts resin to 1 part hardener or 3 parts resin to 1 part hardener. Are you using a 3-to-1, a 2-to-1, or a 1-to-1? Which is 1-to-1 is equal parts, 1 part this, 1 part that. So that'd be like 8 ounces, then 8 ounces equals 16 ounces. Or in this case, this resin, I did 32 ounces and then 64 ounces of resin. So I did 32 hardener, 64, which equaled now 96, okay? So let's get into mixing the actual resin. Take your time. I do not mix in 2 cups. I mix in 1 cup just because, number 1, the measurements can be wrong on the cups. These are mass produced. I have a video on this. I've just had trouble. The less steps you have to doing something, the less room there is for error. So I mixed in 1 cup. Also use the right size cup for the job. So you're not going to use this cup and be mixing 24 ounces, right? You're not going to do that. Just because you're going to get more precise measurements with the right size cup. If you're mixing anything under 8 ounces, I would use like that size cup, or a medicine cup if it's a small amount, a bucket if it's a 5-gallon. Like, that's the way that I do that. Okay, so let's get into mixing. All right, so depending on your working, you're also going to want to know the working time or the pot life of the resin. That meaning, how long can it be in a mass? This is like a mass amount is in a bucket. It's super like concentrated, it's confined, like probably using the wrong words, but you know what I mean. Like, it's gonna overheat and have an exothermic reaction in here before it is when it's spread out over a piece. Okay, so you're gonna want to know your pot life. How long is your working time? Tabletop resins have way less time than casting resins. This is a casting resin. This is a 2-to-1 mix ratio. If you want to know any of the resins that I use, I have a blog post about it, and I'm also going to be making another video about an updated what do I use for what and what blah blah blah. Alright, so you can mix with a mixing stick and you can mix with a drill. I'm going to mix with a drill for now, and you're going to see I'm going to put it on 1 because I don't want to whip a lot of air into it, and I'm gonna hold on to my bucket. Wear gloves. I do this every day so I know how to not get messy. But make sure your stick is in all the way And hold your bucket because I've had them fling around and whip resin right onto me. So we're gonna mix and it's gonna get cloudy and then it's gonna get clear. Okay, so when I get bubbles wrapped around my mixing paddle, if you saw, I just let the trigger go, they pop up, and then I go back to it. So I don't really care if there's bubbles in here, just because of the open time is 24 hours. So I will be able, it's about 16 hours. I'll be able to get all of the bubbles out within a day of pouring. All right, so periodically you're gonna stop, you're gonna scrape the edges. Now watch when I come out. You see that ribbon right there? That iridescent ribbon? Let me see if I can show you. So, here, I'll show you when I scrape the sides. It brings that iridescent, that's the two parts not being mixed. That's what you're gonna look for, that's what we're trying to get rid of and avoid, okay? Your resin's not going to cure correctly if it's not mixed correctly. So take the time and mix your resin. All right, I'm going to do a little bit by hand. I go back and forth. Let me grab some gloves. This is where it gets messy. Oh shit, sorry. All right. All right, so I got my gloves on. I use disposable nitrile gloves, nitrile. And I'm gonna scrape the sides and the bottom. And I'm just gonna concentrate on like really bringing the two parts together and doing what the drill cannot and won't do. So you can go back and forth between the two. I'm gonna mix a little bit by hand and then I will go back to the drill for a second and then go back by hand. Remember, if you're doing a tabletop resin or an art resin or anything like that, a countertop resin, your open time is going to be a lot shorter than this, so you're going to be mixing a lot faster than this. All right, so now I'm just going to go back through and again concentrate on just kind of scraping the bottom and the sides and bringing all of that into the middle and together. All right, so we're gonna pour, and there's some controversy between this, and it is, do you scrape your bucket? I scrape my bucket, but that's only because I know I mixed my resin good because I took the time to mix my resin good. I scraped the sides, I did all that. So if there ever is a time that I notice those iridescent lines in what I'm scooping out, I stop. But if you do it right the first time, you should be good. All right, so I'm just gonna pop my bubbles. And like I said, I'll be able to come back, about 10 hours. Realistically, this will be clear in about 15 minutes. It'll be completely transparent and like no bubbles at all. And that's it. Like, I'll just be done. So, yep. All right.